There was a flurry of colour and a celebration of Chinese culture here on the steps of Parliament House this morning as a group of walkers arrived after a 20-day journey from Robe in South Australia all the way Victoria's regional areas to Melbourne for a very special meeting with the Premier, Daniel Andrews, where the Premier said it's never too late to say sorry. That's because this walk is to mark 160 years since the first wave of major Chinese migrants came to Australia. At the time, though, they endured extreme racism. They were charged a £10 tax upon arrival. That £10 is about $10,000 by today's standards. Those that couldn't pay it were forced into debt and were virtually indentured servants because of it. Others who tried to avoid the tax disembarked in South Australia and then would walk through the regional areas to get to the gold fields, the gold mines. Many would die on the way due to starvation or exhaustion, only to endure other forms of racism. The walkers today, many of those are fourth generation descendants of those original migrants, and they had a special reception with the Premier Daniel Andrews and the opposition leader Matthew Guy, where both said it's never too late to say sorry for that time and apologised to Victoria's Chinese community.
To those descendants, to every Chinese Victorian, to every person hurt by that terrible policy position, on behalf of the Victorian Government, on behalf of the Victorian Parliament, I express our deepest sorrow. And I say to you that we are profoundly sorry.
The Premier Daniel Andrews went on to praise the Chinese migrants and the Chinese community for everything it's done to help build the multicultural society, the prosperous society, he says, that Melbourne and Victoria is today. The walkers, those descendants of those original migrants, said that the apology was nice, but they didn't really want an apology. They just want recognition. And what they really want, what they truly want, is that Melbourne, Victoria and Australia continues to grow into a prosperous and multicultural society into the future.